What are the keys in establishing a personal brand? Why is branding important? Do you want to be perceived as more consistent and confident? Would you like to be more distinctive and engaging in order to build a more trusting relationship and expand your current potential? Do you have a unique story to tell about your life or career? Do you have a clearly articulated vision and style? Have you identified your strengths and unique abilities? Are you leveraging your talents and expertise? Today, how are you being perceived? How do you want that image to be perceived in 5 years? Hello, my name is Attorney Ramsey Barawi, and welcome to Your Money, Your Life. In this segment, I'm going to discuss the importance of branding with Suzanne Tulien of Brand Ascension in Colorado. For 26 years, Suzanne has been passionately serving clients by creating and providing solutions accompanied with powerful strategic branding consulting and training. Suzanne is a co-pioneer of the Brand DNA system. This is a system designed to help small to medium-sized businesses define their internal brand attributes. In addition, Ms. Tulien is the author of several branding books and articles. Recently, Ms. Tulien released an online video presentation and workbook called Ignite Your Personal Brand Presence. Suzanne, welcome to Your Money, Your Life. It's great to have you on the program.
It's great to be here. Thanks, Ramsey.
Now, it's my understanding, Suzanne, that you believe that everyone has a unique story to tell. Isn't that right?
Yes, they do.
Okay. Now, some people, of course, have more unusual stories to tell, but nonetheless, as you said, they're unique. Now, everybody, however, does have a set of core values, and they want those core values to be expressed in a personal brand. How can the core values and the vision that you talked about become a basis of someone's personal brand?
Well, core values are guiding principles. If you claim that you have core values, you've got a set of words that you've identified and then hopefully define what they mean to you. And then those become your guiding principles. So that your core values have to show up in your standards of living, in those channels we talked about earlier. So if you're not, you could claim anything, right, as your core values, but if you're not living up to that, those core values, and what does that look like in your everyday life, then you're never going to be a success in who you say you are, because you're not walking your talk.
Okay, so to simplify that for a second, basically what you're saying, if somebody is expressing a core value as they are trustworthy, but in fact in their community they're not, that's a major problem, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
And we've seen that in politics. We've seen that in, for example, Lance Armstrong. You know, wow, what a blow to everybody's confidence in him and loyalty in him. And he continuously lied. And he lied so much he started believing his own truth, so to speak. And it's a shame that has to happen.
Now, can the process of defining and establishing a good personal brand in some way help a person develop their self-esteem? Do those two work hand in hand, in other words?
They do. You know, it's an excellent result of what happens when someone truly focuses on and does the due diligence necessary to dig deep and identify their unique brand DNA. We talk a little bit about in the program about self-actualization and through Maslow's hierarchy of needs, and what self-actualization actually means to people and how people get transformed when they begin to understand better who they are. And so this process kind of does that, and it gives them more confidence and more self-assuredness, which builds self-esteem. So it's a great tie-in when you talk about confidence, self-esteem, because I'm knowing myself better. I know what stake I'm putting in the ground. I'm telling my truth, and I'm being that. I'm walking my talk.
I like you saying I'm walking my talk. I like that. That's very good. Now, earlier you said that branding is a perception. Can you give us some examples of how good personal branding renders a person more distinctive, more confident, more capable of developing, trusting relationships, and expanding his or her potential?
Yes, I'm hanging on this one term you used in your question, good personal branding. I first want to clarify that anybody can define their unique brand by any sort of attributes. What makes it good in working is that when I talk my talk and walk my talk.
Mhm.
So it's not good until that happens. So I can name any attributes that I want that I think are true to me. And by them being authentic to who I am and me actually living them in my tangible world through those channels we talked about, then it becomes good. For example, Oprah. Oprah is living she's walking her talk. She lives up to what she promises everybody, and everybody's expecting certain things from her, and she lives up to that. Gandhi is another one. He's spending 27 years in prison, and he still has that stake in the ground. Is still fighting for anti-apartheid. He's still that same consistent, distinctive, and authentic person. And then on the flip side of that, you've got people like Tiger Woods and Lance Armstrong that made it big and had the following, but did something that was a big oops. And now they're trying to get that equity back from their audience to retrust them again.
Okay, I think those are all really, really great examples. Gandhi, Tiger Woods, Lance Armstrong, Oprah, all great, great examples. Now, I understand you have a tool to help define one's personal brand. Can you tell our viewers a little bit about that tool and how they can get access to that tool?
Sure. It's available online. It's an online training program. It's self-directed, and it's called Ignite Your Personal Brand Presence. It's a brand new product. I developed it because I work with a lot of solo professionals who felt that the business version of my program, my Brand DNA program, was a bit too broad because it talked a lot about employees. But with solo professionals, they wanted to build their personal brand because their brand is their business. But this product also delves into that external, beyond the business. It's about your life. It's about building a personal brand presence through your life, committing to it, putting a position in, and putting that stake in the ground, and then self-actualizing into that. So yeah, it's online. It's available to anybody who's interested in it. There's a downloadable workbook. There's 4 modules, and that they can get through it pretty much, if they're pretty consistent and deliberate, they can get through it in about a week.
Well, that's great. That's a great place for us to stop, Suzanne. Thank you.
Great.
A brand is simply a perception. In developing a personal brand, it is incumbent to carefully consider and define the attributes that you want others to notice and identify about you. In so doing, you will elevate how others perceive your brand. Personal brand building helps a person realize his or her strengths, leverage his or her unique abilities, and thereby achieve his or her potential. When living to your potential, your life changes for the better. Good personal branding ensures you have identified your values, your unique style, and your differentiators. These elements reach into every facet of your life, from work to family to finances, and of course your community. As a result, we become more authentic, increasing our self-esteem, confidence, and happiness. In turn, these traits build trust and increase distinction. As a consequence, a person becomes more memorable. Therefore, good personal branding is essential, as it can provide instant credibility, command respect, and increase distinction. As such, eventually a person will become synonymous with a good brand message. Therefore, to create an effective personal brand, educate yourself. A good place to start is by visiting Ms. Tuline's Brand Ascension website and checking out the landing page in the Ignite Your Personal Brand Presence program. For in the words of Ben Franklin, an investment in knowledge always pays the best interest. In closing, I would like to thank my guest, Suzanne Tuline of Brand Ascension, for her participation in this program. And as always, thank you to you, our viewers, for watching Your Money, Your Life. My name is Attorney Ramsey Barawi, Building Your Trust.